All right, gang, let's get started. Welcome to Webinar Wednesday, where we provide tips to grow your online community. I think right now we're on webinar 67. It's been about 2+ years that we've been doing Webinar Wednesday, and there's some great content created around this. So thank you guys for taking the time to join us here today. If this is your first time with us, welcome. I'm Jason there on the left, and today we're lucky enough to be joined by David Rockland, the digital strategist and mastermind behind all Webinar Wednesdays that we all see and view. So thank you, David, for joining us today.
Hi, everyone. Good to be back with you again this week on Webinar Wednesday, and excited for the presentation we've got coming up for y'all.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have some good tips and some pretty cool updates to share with everyone. All right, if you aren't already a member of our Facebook group, I do encourage you to join. It's a great place to keep the conversations in between Webinar Wednesdays. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. That'll redirect you to our Facebook group there, and you can click on the blue button that says join. I'm very active there myself, and a lot of the participants in the BD community are asking great questions and starting great discussions there. So I hope to see you there. Head on over to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. All right, and for those of you joining us for the first time, as I said, welcome. It's great to be with you here today. Webinar Wednesday is really a great venue for sharing marketing ideas for growing our online communities. So some topics that we might cover from webinar to webinar are ways to increase your website traffic, how to convert visitors to members, identifying different revenue opportunities available based on the industry that you're serving, and a wealth of other marketing tips for your site, and also how to best utilize the Brilliant Directories platform to achieve those marketing goals that you have for your community. So if you have questions on these topics, please save them. We'll get to them soon. And the more interesting the question, the better here on Webinar Wednesday. And since webinar 40 or 42, somewhere around there, we decided to keep this slide on there just as a reminder for everyone not to get stuck on the hamster wheel. Your online community is a living, breathing ecosystem, and most of us are solo entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and we're wearing many different hats for the business that we're running. So it's important to cycle through the different steps of running your business. It could be marketing, creating partnerships, driving traffic to your website, creating content. Don't get stuck designing your website. The design of your website will evolve over time. The best tip that I have for you is choose some comfortable colors that are easy on the eyes that match your branding. Use some high quality images. There's a wealth of free stock photo websites out there to add high quality images to your site. Get your terminology and wording correct on your site, and then go out and work on the other aspects of growing your community. So just always keep that in mind. All right, we have actually more lab updates than these, but I've narrowed it down to just these few here. It's been a very, very busy June. You guys have probably seen a lot of changes in your admin area, a lot of new bulk actions and quality of life links available for you in the admin area. So let me just touch on a few of them here. Jeff, this one is for you here. Now in the Manage Post section in your admin, you can actually see the date of the post, whether it's an event that has a start date and end date. Let me show you what I'm talking about here, guys. So if we head on over to the admin dashboard here, and we toggle on over to Manage Posts. Now you have different post types on your site: coupons, events, blog posts, etc. If you don't see any data available here, hover over this blue box here, and you can see all the different content that you have available on your site, and if there are any posts in those sections. So if we click on events here, we have one event listing, and Jeff, you can see here, and give a shout out to Jeff because he kept pulling our ear for this one. You can now see the date created, last modified or edited, and if it has a start date or publish date and an end date or an expiration date. Jeff, one hindrance is I don't think you can filter yet based on these dates, but that will be the next step. Now that we have these listed here, the next step would be to filter by these dates, so you can search all your posts created within a certain months period or posts that have expired and whatnot. All right, moving on. This one is a big one. I have a question for you guys out there. I'm just going to lower everyone's hands. Who has turned a member search result page into a static web page? If you don't know what I'm referring to, don't worry about it. But if you have turned a member profile, member search results page into its own static page with its own content on it, you can use the raise your hand feature. Just curious if anyone has done that. And if you haven't, I'll show you how. VJ, let me unmute your microphone here. VJ, how you doing today?
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Good. So actually, this would be very good for you to share the optimized SEO for member search results pages, because now you can actually choose a specific sidebar that you'd like for that page you've turned into a static page, and you can move the custom content around without editing any widgets.
I just actually had to play with that this morning. So I've had to fix all the sidebars when this got pushed through.
Gotcha.
And then I noticed where you can put the description. Before it was in the read more part, now it's at the top, bottom, and all that kind of thing.
Exactly. So it's good to hear that you're doing that on your site. And once you've got that all sorted out, would love to see how you're taking advantage of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show everyone what I'm referring to here. And it's a little more advanced, but it's good that we covered these kinds of things in Webinar Wednesday. So let me just go to a search results page really quick. And this is just a site we play around with for the webinars here. So let's actually go to here, Stacy Hartwell. Okay, great. She has some breadcrumbs up here. So this would be a search results page for United States, New York. And what you can do is what you see here is there's content up here that I've added. It says this is awesome content about New York. So all these pages are dynamically created for you. But if you're a marketer or if you're looking to add a little more SEO value to a specific member search results page, maybe you're doing marketing campaigns for a specific region or a category on your site, this will definitely come in handy. Especially a lot of people have asked for geo-targeted ads. This will definitely be a way to accomplish that as well. So let me show you guys how I added this content up here. And what I'll do is let's actually use another page. Instead of United States, New York, let's do Los Angeles, actually. All right, so we have this person here in Los Angeles. We don't see any specialized content here. So if we wanted to add some special SEO content to this page, the first thing you want to do is copy the pretty URL here for Los Angeles. Next thing you want to do is when you're logged in as the admin of the site, you get this nifty admin bar. Click on Create Static Page. Basically takes us to the blank web page builder here. Paste your URL here for Los Angeles, and this is the most important thing. Under page type, you guys will just have two options here, but you want to switch it from single web page to member search results, and we'll even give it a nickname called Los Angeles Members. So what you can do here is you can actually type in content, SEO content, to give a little more weight and value to this page because it has more than just a member listing. So say this is amazing content about Los Angeles. I can even add an image into here. So let's add an image into here. I think this is a New York skyline, but we'll just push this to the right. All right, and let's just save the changes here. Great, so we have this page here, and here, let's just view the page without making any changes to anything else. So what we have is a full page width now. There's no sidebar, and we have this tab that says Read More. And actually, this Read More is showing this image and this content here. But what's really amazing now is until now, you were stuck with the sidebar that all the rest of your listing search results have when you turn it into a static page. What you can do now, and what VJ is probably going to take advantage of, you can actually, under the display settings here, under show sidebar, you can actually decide to show a different sidebar for this page. So you might create a sidebar just for California or just for Los Angeles that has ads related to California or Los Angeles, or it might be category specific like doctors or lawyers, or however granular you want to get with this. You can create sidebars that have the widgets or the banner ads just for that particular area. In this case, let's just put the lead page sidebar just so it's something different. And also we can choose the orientation if we want the sidebar on the left or the right of the content. Now, over here for custom HTML placement, so this code that I've added here just happens to be inside that read more tab over here. So you don't really see it, and that's how it's been set up so far. With this amazing tool, now you can actually place content above the member search results or below, or above the body content, which would mean above the sidebar and the member search results. So you can really get a full width view of that. And let's actually do that together, the above body content, and save the changes. All right, let's refresh the page here. We should have a sidebar on the right. And we have, this is amazing content about Los Angeles. Now I want to nerd out just a little bit, and I don't want to take too much more time on this, but this is super valuable for people that want to create landing pages for specific cities and specific categories. So you got your sidebar covered there. Let me show you guys something super cool that you can do. And again, this is a little higher level for developers and designers out there. The stuff I did right now is just adding content. Anybody can do this. But let me really show you the power of this tool here. So I'm just going to do a little CSS here. Again, this is a little higher level here, but I think it'll be super valuable. So the top content here has its own div. It's called page content above body. And because this is its own page, if we scroll down, we can have custom CSS on this page. So I'm just going to go to my home page real quick. And I want to copy the CSS that's making this background image here. And I think you guys can tell where I'm about to go with this. And again, I'm just nerding out on some of the code here, but it's just because it's so cool that we can do this stuff. So let me grab this image, copy image location, and we're going to use this image as the background image. And what I'm going to do is actually clear all this, and I want to center my content. I'm going to say, welcome to everything about Los Angeles. Now remember guys, this editor also supports placing widgets in it. So you might sometimes, instead of making out a whole web page here using the editor, you might just pop in the shortcode for one of your widgets. So let's do this. Let's increase the font size here to something pretty substantial. Let's make it bold. And I'm going to make the font white. We're not going to see it against this background, but because you'll see why in a second here. All right, let's save the changes here. And let's view the page. And let's just inspect the code. There we go. So it's attempting to show this background image here. Let me just add some padding to it, and we should be okay. There we go. So what you can do is, and again, I'm just doing this real quick, you could create a better splash page here with your designer without really any custom widgets and things like that, just by using CSS on this page here, and you can even pop in stuff. So I know this looks really cool, and again, this was just to show you guys, the designers and developers out there, where you can go with this with regards to this feature on where you want the custom HTML placement, as well as the sidebar that you want to use on the page. So this is just the beginning stages. I think we're going to see some developers do some really cool stuff with this feature here. All right, let's move on. Yeah.
Just real quick, wanted to compare it to the default how it previously was. Emily was kind enough to share a page on her site. It's selectbraces.com/United States/Ohio.
So Emily has made, gotcha, a page on her site. Select braces. Let's cross our fingers that I typed everything right there. Perfect.
And if you click read more, she has that additional SEO content in there.
Perfect. So it's great to see that Emily was already using this. And it is helpful to have it in the read more tab because it creates a nice compact kind of area just for some additional content for you to put whatever you want about this search results page. But now if you want it outside or above or below, it gives a little more flexibility and freedom there. So thank you, Emily, for showing that. It's nice. I know a lot of people are using this feature. A lot of people don't know about it, so this is a great way to get the word out about it as well. All right, great share there, Emily, and your site's looking great as well. All right, this one, thank you everyone in the Facebook group, Eric Butler, I think Esther and Linda, a lot of you joined in the previous webinar, the ability to rotate your photo album images, because sometimes when members upload them, the orientation isn't exactly correct. So I'm gonna go through this one relatively quickly. This is available for everyone now. If we go to edit this listing, I think he has a design portfolio. Let's look at them. So if we go to edit this portfolio, the members are uploading images. So let's here, upload images. But sometimes they're uploading it from their phone or their computer, and it's showing upside down or the wrong orientation. And before now, we were stuck with the orientation there. But now there's this nifty button here. You can continue flipping the image clockwise till you get the right orientation that you want for the image. So let's just fix this so it's right side up, and we'll save the changes. And now it's saved in the correct orientation. So we released this for photo albums, photo album features. The next place we're going to release this next month is when you have single photo uploads, like for example, a coupon or an article, and you're using this module to just upload a single image. We'll be adding it there as well. And then I think lastly, we'll add it to the logo upload field where members upload their logo. That's the one last place that doesn't have the rotation. So we'll be test driving it with photo albums. If all goes well, we'll move it to the single photo posts and then to the logo for the image or for the members, and that should resolve any orientation issues with images. All right, last one, and this one is super cool. I'm really happy about this one. Your sites get a lot of inquiries, your contact us form, the report this page add-on. Some of you create application forms on your site, and those inquiries are all getting funneled into this page, which is your form inquiries page in your admin dashboard. We recently gave this page a little bit of a makeover, and it's working great. We've got great feedback on it. We've added this very helpful filter here. You can filter by the type of form that was filled out. So whether it was your contact us form, your account cancellation form, a lead magnet form that you create, you can actually filter the inquiries based on the type of form. And then further, you can also filter by IP address or the person's email address. And you can easily find some of your inquiries there. So if you're doing a contest and a bunch of people filled out an application, you could just filter by your contest form and go from there and reply as needed. So a new nifty filter there. And I think another thing we'll be adding here is an export functionality, so you can do your filters and then export all the inquiries for what you've filtered so far. So that's something else to look out for coming soon. And here's the last one, bonus, it's not on the list. And a lot of people with free member signups, from time to time, you'll get some unwanted signups on your site. Maybe it's an SEO company, they found your site and they're just listing a bunch of business listings for their customers on your site. Nobody wants that. So what you can do now is, it is a free signups and you can delete them one by one, but generally speaking, it's coming from the same IP address. So you can just copy the full IP address or the partial IP address, and there is a new field right here, user IP. You can go ahead and enter the IP address there, search those members. So in this case, there's 2 IPs. And what's really cool with the bulk actions, now you can select them and you can delete the members in one sweep right there. So if they want to spend the time to create those unwanted listings, they can certainly do so. But you as the website owner now have the power to eliminate them with just a few clicks. All right, those are just a few of the lab updates for this webinar, and we got a bunch more coming in the next webinar as well, and for the month of June. All right, we got a very, very special guest with us today. Tips by Dennis Tenorino, the Customer Success Director here at Brilliant Directories. Dennis, let me unmute your microphone here. You chat with hundreds and hundreds of BD customers and prospective customers each and every month, and you come across some very common questions or scenarios that people might have in the beginning stages of starting their projects, right?
That's exactly right. Hey, it's great to be here again. Good times always. Great updates, by the way. Yes, talk to all different types of people in all different stages of their idea or in the process of getting launched and online. So it's great to see all different things. So yeah, I wanted to share some, 5 types of key users considering Brilliant Directories. There's all different phases you can be in, and we talk to people in all of them. First one I wanted to start with was nonprofits, associations with more than 50 to 100 members. We do see a lot of people, approaching us with sites that may already be existing, or with businesses or associations or nonprofits that already exist that have 50 to 100 members, and they see that they want to scale up, or they want to grow their business or the association to hold either hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of members, and they want a product to help automate things. That's a very popular type of user coming to visit Brilliant Directories. We see a lot of those come and approach us and just want to know how that they can make things easier to facilitate a site for their users and visitors to come, and then also save time on the business side of things.
Yeah, it's really cool. What I noticed also is a lot of schools, school organizations too, like alumni, and they're kind of like outgrowing their current system, and they're just looking at something that offers better member management in that sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a very popular one as well. They want something that they can grow with, scale with, and something that they feel comfortable using for the long term and having a good relationship. Okay, so another big one is going to be existing publications looking to add a membership functionality. So we see a lot of like publications, magazines, newspapers, city guides that want to add a membership functionality to their website. It could be for various things, to run advertisements. It could be to collect payments for the ads. It could be for basically subscriptions or subscribers. So a lot of those we see scaling and growing and wanting to have that membership portion so that they can help things grow and expand their business.
Yeah, what I've seen with a lot of like existing magazine publications is they have these advertisers like month after month on their site, but then after that cycle of advertising is over, they have no way of like keeping the advertiser interested. So what they're doing is creating like a preferred directory of all their past advertisers, and that's what they're creating as well.
That's right. It's good to have the digital side covered, especially if they're print. There's a lot of print ones out there that want that digital side happening. See, all right, next one is going to be bloggers turning subscribers into paying members. Now, this has been more and more popular than ever. I see a lot of bloggers, they have all this traffic, they have great search and SEO, they're gurus at that, and they want to turn those people into subscribers to either follow them, to access things, or to just get revenue and payments from them. So we see a lot of them looking to a source like Brilliant Directories to be able to create something like that. And people have every idea you could think of from A to Z when it comes to blogging. That's what's really neat about that. But that has been a really popular topic or type of person approaching us. Next one, entrepreneurs testing demand with an industry. Now, this is probably, I'd say, the top one of my favorites and becoming the most popular is people looking to get an idea online quickly and easily. People don't realize that, a lot of thought and time has gone in Brilliant Directories, which we're all grateful for here. But, our software comes 90% pre-built. So just the fact that you skip ahead of all the generations of having it built from scratch and taking your idea and put so much effort and work into it and not know what's going to happen. We've turned the industry on its head with having a software that's 90% ready to go. So when you turn the key with Brilliant Directories and get things going, you have that much ahead of everybody else or those times to get your idea online quickly. So you can go into a market, launch a site, stand it up, and get online right away. Test it out for a month or two, and if you're not sure about that, you've done your test. It's a very small business opportunity cost, and people really love and appreciate that because they have an answer quickly, and then they know if they want to go ahead and invest or divest more into that industry. So that's probably been the top one. And we've seen those people. The good news is, I'd say 3 out of 4 of those people that are trying ideas are keeping them online. And the last one, online coaches who require recurring payments for access to premium content. Now, this is growing and growing and growing every day. So people, like a good example of this is somebody who wants to create a website, say with videos or with content, downloadable PDFs, white pages, documents. Coaches is a very popular one, or anything online based. People are looking for a way to either have people subscribe or have a membership focused website around that. To access what's behind like a paywall or just behind the wall, right? They have to be logged in and approved to be in there. This would be another type of really big user of people approaching Brilliant Directories.
That's awesome. Yeah, what I've seen is people are looking to scale up their operations, find a more robust platform.
That's right.
And a better way to collect and manage payments from their members.
Yeah, everybody loves the automation side of things and how you can just do it all in one place and that it all just launches quickly. That's probably the biggest part, just like you said.
Awesome, Dennis. Well said. It's always good to see what the trends are in the industry, and that also helps stimulate ideas for you might have another project in mind, and then you can know what the good solutions are for that type of idea.
That's right. That's right. Very true.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, Dennis, and for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Great stuff, guys. Let's keep things moving along. Last week we gave a hint to a new add-on that was being released, and today actually we've officially released the Highlight Member Results add-on. I want to give a big shout out to Natalie in the Facebook group. She was the ambassador, encouraging us to create a formal and official add-on for this. And we have David with us, who's going to kind of give us a little bit of a demo of how this add-on works, and also some tips and strategies on how to best utilize its functionality. All right, you're in the captain's chair here.
Perfect. So yeah, as Jason mentioned, we released this add-on now. It's pretty simple, but it does add a lot of value to your website and should get some of your members pretty excited. So let's go ahead and give you a quick demo of this add-on. As you can see here, some of these search result listings really stand out amongst the crowd. Down here at the bottom, we have two just general search results. This is how they look by default. You have the profile picture, the person's name or business name, some additional information, their location, and then some buttons. With this add-on, it gives you the ability to really highlight and make certain search results stand out by using a border as well as a sash with some custom text. And of course, if you do have the grid view layout add-on, it does work with that, and it is mobile compatible as well. So if we go ahead and switch over to mobile view, you can see it instantly adjusts. So this will look just fine on mobile devices as well. So let's hop on over into the admin, and it's really easy and simple to set this up. We're going to hop on over into finance and then manage products. And then what we're going to do is we're going to edit one of our membership levels. So we'll go ahead and edit this diamond level. And then on the general tab, we'll just scroll down and you can see we have this new area with some new options for this add-on. So we're going to be editing the highlight for these first three members in the search results. So we can choose our border color. Let's go ahead and use red for this example. Text color, we'll leave that as white, but you can change it to anything you want as well. White stands out nicely though. We can change the border width as well, in between 0 and 10 pixels. So if we only want a sash and no border, we can set 0, and that works just as well that way. Let's go ahead and set it to 5. The text message we can change. So this will depend on kind of what it is you're looking to emphasize with these search results. In this case, let's go ahead and change all-star to top rated. We can also change the font size. So maybe if you're going to be using a string of text that's a little bit longer, you'd want to make the font size a little bit smaller so you can fit some more words in there. Let's go ahead and make that 14. That looks pretty balanced. And then lastly, we have an option for border radius. So this allows you to add a nice curve to the corners of the search results. This will just depend on what kind of aesthetic you're looking to go for. Obviously, you'd probably want to make this match the rest of your website. Let's go ahead and add a little border radius. We'll do 6. So we'll go ahead and save this product details. And if we go ahead and refresh this page, you'll see those changes updated just like that. So it's really simple. These changes do work on a per membership level basis. So that's why we're able to have these members who are in a different membership level have a different highlight. So that diamond level that we were just editing has the red highlight with the top rated text. This other membership level is green with featured. So you can really make different membership levels stand out between one another. Maybe you'd only want to add a highlight to your premium members and leave your free members unhighlighted. And the last note I'll add is that this does respect the search order priorities you have set for your different membership levels. So it doesn't affect that at all. And that's pretty much it for this add-on. It's simple, but it does add a lot of value to your search results pages. And like I said, it's mobile responsive, and works regardless of what search result view you're using on your website.
Thanks, David. That looks really cool. And also a cool thing is you could just create a single membership level if you wanted to, for example, just sell a sponsored spot at the top of your search results. Maybe someone pays you a one-time payment to be featured at the top, and then you could utilize this sash to make them stand out from the crowd, making it a premium real estate location on your site. So that's something to consider. It does create an additional item to sell basically to members that want to be additionally featured on your site. All right, great. We have a great segment for the tip of the week, and I think this one is more like a general reminder of the different ways to generate revenue from our membership websites. It's not only the paid membership signups, although that does become for some people the bread and butter of their revenue channels, but there are different ways and different channels to generate revenue. So today we're going to cover 5 easy ways to generate revenue with membership websites, and they're pretty straightforward and pretty obvious, but I felt like this would be a good refresher course for all of us just to know that we do have different methods for generating revenue here. The first one is the most obvious and straightforward one. It's our general membership. So you'll obviously create different membership plans to join your site. You could have a free option. We talked about that. But you can also bill members basically 4 different ways, actually 5 different ways using Brilliant Directories. You could have a monthly option where they pay every 30 days, semi-annually, which is every 6 months. The auto-recurring payments will be billed every 6 months. Annually will be every 365 days, and then you could charge a one-time payment to join your website. The 5th method here is actually doing a combination of the one-time payment. You can call it an initiation fee or a setup fee, and then tie it to a recurring charge such as a monthly, semi, or annual payment as well. So those are 5 different ways to charge for memberships on your site. We also wanted to point out in these slides some add-ons that can help enhance general membership signups. One of them is the Claimable Business Listings add-on. So if you have business data and you're importing it to your site, one model to get members is to import that business data and then invite those members to claim their listings to add more information to them to receive the direct referrals or leads that are being generated from that profile page. Another one which is really successful based on what we've seen in the Facebook group is the free trial period add-on. It essentially allows your members to try before they buy. So maybe you want to offer 30 days free or 14 days free for a certain membership level. And then after that free trial period has ended, the member will automatically be billed the monthly or annual or one-time fee of the membership level, although they can cancel anytime before the free trial period, but this does give them an opportunity to try your online community before committing financially. And then the 3rd one here is the Easy Coupon Codes add-on. And what's really cool about that is you can do marketing promotions. They could be seasonal or holiday. It could be early adopter promo codes, but you can definitely create marketing campaigns around your coupon codes, and even better, you can get those coupon codes listed on affiliate or coupon websites so people can search and stumble upon your coupons. And I really think that the value for the coupon codes, the promo codes, besides providing a nice method of members getting discounts for signing up to your site, is that it can be used in your marketing campaigns and as a tool for those kinds of things.
Yeah, those are great, Jason. Before we move on, I just wanted to emphasize that while we will be mentioning these add-ons throughout the webinar, they're not really necessary. You can generate revenue through several different ways just by using the default functionality of the Brilliant Directories platform. The add-ons really only help to add some flexibility to your business model and kind of allow you to be a little bit more creative with the ways that you generate revenue, but you can still generate revenue just fine by using the standard platform as it is without the add-ons.
That's a great point. Yeah, I mean, the add-ons were just released a couple of years ago, and the BD platform's been around for almost 10 at this point. So, yeah, definitely you can get success with the built-in features that come out of the box. Speaking of that, the lead sales. So your website is going to attract consumers if you're a business directory, and they're going to want to get in touch with your professional members. It might be a B2B website, it might be a B2C directory, but what you can do is charge your members for those leads and referrals that your website is capturing. And one strategy is if you have free members listed on your site, you can sell them leads, and an incentive for members that might be on a monthly or annual recurring plan, they might have a slightly discounted price to purchase those leads, or you might just want to offer those leads for free to keep their recurring revenue plan as having some value, some built-in value there. And some add-ons that actually help a company, and like David said, you can get more creative, is the lead price by category. So maybe you have different categories on your site. I'll just use two extreme examples. People can search for dog walkers, or they can search for attorneys. Obviously, attorneys will pay more for leads than a dog walker, and the lead price by category will let you specifically set the price of how much that lead will cost based on the category that it is. So that's super helpful there. And my favorite is the automatic lead matching add-on. So what that allows your site to do is, if someone comes to your site and fills out the lead form and says they want to be matched with an attorney, generally that will just go to one member, the member that was being contacted. With the automatic lead matching is that lead inquiry will go to all the members who match the category, such as attorney, and the location of the consumer. So if they say that they're located in Los Angeles looking for an attorney, that lead can go to all the attorneys in Los Angeles, and an X amount of them can actually purchase that lead. So maybe you have one lead and you sell it 4 times for $25. That lead has yielded you $100 in revenue for your site. So something to consider there with the automatic lead matching. Number 3, charging members to publish posts. Now with this add-on, the pay-per-post add-on, it allows you to actually set the price if your members want to publish a post, such as an event, a real estate listing, a classified ad, and so on. So without this, your members are free to publish content to your site if you assign those privileges to them, but they won't necessarily have the option to pay for the post. What's really good about this is 2 things. One, it limits your members from spam posts. You might have some bad actors on your site, and if it's user-generated content on your site, there might be some level of moderation, but this will help thwart a little bit of the spam, and definitely ensure members are adding high quality content to your site. Because if they're paying, even if it's $1 or $2 to post, it doesn't have to be a large number, just something where they're investing a couple bucks into their post. They're going to take the time to give it a good title, add appropriate images, and that's going to help the value of your site, and also just make sure you have good actors utilizing your website. And also, as the website owner, what you can do to take it to add even more value for those members who are paying for their posts is you can go ahead and promote those posts. You can use the pin featured post add-on, and when you notice that members are paying to have their posts published, there's a lot of P's in that sentence, paying to have their post published, you can use the pin featured post add-on and put their post right at the top of your search results. We've heard in the previous webinar a lot of people that were having success with this, and they weren't charging a lot per post. It was like under $5, but people were really caring about what they were adding to the site, and it made the site seem like a more established site, being able to offer that type of functionality, because not everyone has that functionality.
Yeah, the tactic they were using was to allow their premium members to post for free because they're already paying for their membership. But the free members that they have registered on their site, they would charge them a nominal amount, $1 or $2 per post. And that way they'd still be generating some revenue from those free members. And they'd be making sure that the content that those members do post will be high quality because they are paying to have it published on the website.
I love that. And that goes back to the flip side we had for the leads is free members on your site pay for leads, and premium members or higher tiered members maybe get leads for free delivered to them. So you could do little things like that add a lot of value to the members that are on recurring plans. All right, number 4 is premium access to specific content. And this touched on what Dennis was talking about people who have maybe training courses or content that might be considered premium content, and really only providing access to specific membership levels. I've seen people make their whole site, their entire site members only. It's like an internal portal for their employees or their company, like an intranet. So besides the homepage and the login page, there really isn't anything accessible to the public. But if you're not using it as an intranet, you might have, basic tips on your site for X, Y, and Z, and then you might have premium coaching or tips for X, Y, and Z, and you can only access that library by having an upgraded membership level to access that premium content. So it just depends what level of content you're providing to members, but this will definitely give you an edge and an incentive for members to want to upgrade their plans to get access to more amazing content that you have potentially available on your site. Number 5, and this was an add-on that was recently released, and it's a huge hit. In the next webinar, we're going to show you specifically step-by-step actually how to create tickets for an event using this add-on. Really simple to do. But the Sell Digital Downloads add-on essentially lets you sell any other type of product or service that is not technically a membership level on your site. So I've seen a lot of people now selling ad space on their site using this add-on. They're selling marketing services and consulting time using this add-on. So it really makes this an all-in-one for the website owner to not only sell membership levels, but additional services that they'd like to offer, not only their members, but also their website visitors as well.
And the great thing with that is that in order to purchase digital product, you have to be registered as a member. So for the website visitors who come, you might be able to actually turn those into members if what you're selling is what they're willing to purchase.
That's a great point. So in order to purchase one of these digital products or services, you need to first register on the site as a member. Also, David, the members only access, inherently you have to become a member or at least an upgraded member to purchase to access that content. Let's backtrack a little bit more. To publish posts, you need to become a member on the site. To purchase leads, you need to become a member of the site. So everything is geared towards helping you get more members registered. You just have to create those landing pages that sell the benefits of people engaging your site with these products and services that are available. So you just have to create the demand and stimulate the interest within your website visitors and members and encourage them to use these services that you have available on your site. And again, a lot of that is the functionalities there in BD, but you got to put on your marketing hat and see how you want to pitch this to people in your industry to actually get them to want to pull out their wallet, their credit card, and move forward with a sale. Number 6, we have bonus here actually, and it really is a matter of selling ad space and promotional spots and additional visibility to your members or companies that want to be featured on your site. So we do have the featured article slider add-on, which allows you to specifically pin featured articles on your homepage. And those articles could be puff pieces on member profiles and spotlighting certain members. There's also the pin featured post, which I mentioned, which you can specifically select posts that you'd like to show at the top of, for example, your events or coupons search results pages. I know members will pay to be featured there, and that could be a digital product that you sell. Is you can have a whole suite of boosted posts and boosted member profiles as your digital products category. The add-on that David showed today, highlight member and search results. Maybe you only have a couple members that you do at a time that are featured at the top, just to not crowd that featured top section there. And then you can also feature members on your homepage. That's another amazing add-on. And the member profile badges, you can give official badges to your members, images that represent that they are verified, certified, top members, top contributors, whatever it may be. But those badges, those image badges, give your members a sense of ownership over their profile. And if they're on recurring revenue, they're going to want to keep that badge on your site. It's going to reduce churn rate and potential cancellations.
And of course, there's just the typical banner ads that you could sell that don't require any of these add-ons.
Absolutely, exactly. So we covered a lot there. It's a good refresher course just to get the ideas stimulated on additional revenue channels that you can take advantage of on your directory website. So what we wanted to do now is spin it back to you guys. If you have any questions about your website, we can open it up to a Q&A right now and see if you have any questions about the revenue channels we just went over. Or if you have questions about your specific website, we can dive in, take a look, and see if we could provide some assistance for you. I see Linda has her hand up. Hey, Linda, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. Where are you calling in from again? Remind us.
Huntington Beach, California.
Okay, great. Not too far from us. We're here in Encino, Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is this. So I kind of have some landing pages with Orange County, and I hadn't changed it into the member thing. And you'd put Los Angeles as like, you know, the name of the site / Los Angeles.
Right.
I didn't do that. But so if I change it to say member search on the right hand side, is that going to automatically? Is that what I must have skipped something or missed it? Where is that going to automatically search for people in that area just because I put / Los Angeles? How does it make it search for the city or whatever?
Do you mind if we take a look at your site as an example?
Sure. We're going to choose the housetohomepros.com site.
Okay, give me a second here. Okay.
And I've been working on my second site and just started getting back onto this one here. But if you go into my pages, you know, my content pages, I don't even remember what they're named at the top of my head right now.
Gotcha. Let's take a look.
And I have like Orange County, and I kind of did splash pages, but I don't have it set to.
Gotcha. So let's look for Orange here. See what you've got going on. Okay, so you've set up a few. So I see you've done pet services, Orange County, beauty services, Orange County.
Well, and some of those are coming off because I'm changing this to only House to Home Pros,
Gotcha.
And then my other site will be other businesses.
Okay, great. So here's a great example here. So you've created like this page of content here, right? So what we need to do is you have a top level category called home services.
Yes.
Okay, and let's just search Orange County for a second using the current method here, Orange County, California. Okay, great. So you have about 527 members kind of listed close to Orange County at least here.
Yes.
Let's see who we can find. All right, I'm trying to find someone specifically.
Ellis and Company.
Where's that? Oh, it's in alphabetical order. I see. That's why it's things. Where's the Ellison Company?
I don't know why it's Ellis.
So I see there.
Is there a way to change that? I don't know why it's Ellison. It's.
Yeah, there is. So these guys are in Huntington Beach. So let's do this. Let's go to their profile page. One of my favorite things to do is this, and you actually have it set up perfectly. You see, you have the related searches here. So you have handyman in Huntington Beach, right? So let's go to this page. So this is called a pretty URL, and all the like when you do these searches up here, you kind of get like what's called a dynamic URL. Every dynamic URL has a respective pretty URL, but the best way to find it is what I like to do is two ways. Either you can go to the breadcrumbs up here, and like if we go click on home services, that's going to give us United States, California, Huntington Beach home services. So if you want, you can turn this specific page into its own static page. I like this one though. Let's go back to here. You can get even more macro. So it also does by state, California. So let's do this one.
Yeah, because it doesn't say by Orange County on here for some reason.
Yeah, I searched.
I think you guys just started changing or added the county because I had put that in a suggestion of adding county.
Yeah, I don't think it does county. It'll do cities and states right now. So it'll do cities and states. So so what you'll do is this. You search this page, copy everything here, California, Huntington Beach, handyman, and then you want to go to create static page. And you want to paste that as the URL. And then you can also have your own titles here if you want.
Okay.
But let's do this. This was your page for Orange County. Let's just copy and paste this content here just as an example. I'm just going to copy it on the code. So here, California, Huntington Beach, handyman. Just want to take it with the code. Okay, great. Let's get rid of all these extra spaces here. So just for this example, we're copying the SEO stuff you had here. So let's put this content. So first we want to do is page type. We want to set it to member search results. If you set it to this and this was a valid URL for member search results, yes, it's going to associate this URL with its pretty URL, knowing it's a member search results page, and it'll put the members there. So very important is page type member search. When you set it to member search results as the page type, you'll get the custom HTML placement, which is basically the code you're putting in here. So you can have it in that read more tab, the inside the tab, that's the default. Let's say you wanted to put it below the member results. Let's just put it there. And also the sidebar, we'll just use the regular member search results sidebar for now, and we'll position it on, where do you have your sidebar? You have your sidebar on the left right now, so we'll stick it there, and we'll save the changes. So now we can view this page, California Huntington Beach Handyman. And if we scroll down, well, you only have two results here for this specific search. But here's
for Huntington Beach,
for Huntington Beach Handyman. So that does also include this. So you can get very granular. SEO companies can get very granular with how they want to create SEO content for specific searches here. But here below your search results, you have the custom content that we just talked about. Let's actually float this image to the right, just to do a little styling here, and save the changes. So you can float images left or right, and then the text will wrap it so it looks a little nicer like this here.
Okay.
But this is a great example of how you can have additional content on a search results page, and yeah, it'll help with Google SEO. So those are the steps. What I like to do just to be safe is go to a member's profile page and then find the links here, and you can pick and choose what pages you want to create SEO content for. Obviously, there's hundreds of combinations that the Brilliant Directories platform will create for search results pages. So you can just pick and choose where you want to focus your marketing efforts. Maybe it's a specific city and you want to cover all the categories in that city to start, and then you just want to do things systematically so you're not overworking yourself, and you have a process for how you're going to create content, because obviously creating content takes time and resources.
Yes. Okay. And then my other thing is on where it says related searches on my other site, it doesn't have that on the side.
So if you don't see that there, it's very simple. What you can do is you can do the show widgets feature. And it'll tell you what the name of this widget is here. So this one is Bootstrap 3 module member search results. So I can just open this, and you just want to make sure that you add this to the sidebar if it's missing. So you can go to your sidebar manager, search for the sidebar. Let's just search for a sidebar that doesn't have it. I'm not going to save it. And then you can paste it here and drag it here. So there's a quick way to identify what the name of that widget is, and then you can add it to the respective sidebar.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your site with us.
Thank you.
All right. Good questions there from Linda. And we got a really good friend, Martin. We're always lucky when Martin can join us. How are you today, Martin?
Yeah, so I'm doing pretty good. I have a marketing question for you. Yep. I have my orthopedic directory, orthopedicsurgeonstoday.com, and I'm trying to come up with some material. Basically, what I want to do is when I call prospective members on the phone or maybe sending out emails or messages, I just want to highlight why they should join, what the benefits are. And you have more expertise in this than I do. So, what for an orthopedic surgeon, what would be the main benefits for them to join my site?
Gotcha. So first of all, orthopedic surgeon, highly respected field. Obviously, am I wrong or right about that?
Right.
Okay. So they probably already have an established practice. They're not, I hate to use the term like attorneys, they're not like ambulance chasers looking for people who are, who need surgery or whatever it might be. Like people come to them, they work with hospitals already, right?
Right.
Okay. So what we need, I'm just trying to think, what we need to do is find out what an emotional pain point is for the orthopedic surgeon. In this case, what I would imagine is orthopedic surgeons might want a better follow-up system with existing patients. Maybe, again, I don't know exactly what the needs are in this industry, but what you should do is maybe survey orthopedic surgeons and like ask them what's the hardest part about your business, like, or marketing your business. and just get some feedback from them, and that might give you some insight as to what you should be offering on your site. On the flip side of that, you could turn it into a consumer review site about orthopedic surgeons, almost like a watchdog site. And orthopedic surgeons, for the most part, may or may not care about their online reviews. I'm not sure how the industry is. Like, for example, like a brain surgeon, like I don't think online reviews pertain to a brain surgeon. They're few,
Right.
So I don't know how far reviews are important for orthopedic surgeons as well. It's not like they need a Yelp account as an example. So I don't know exactly what the needs are for that industry, but what you should do is maybe survey patients, maybe ask them what type of information they're looking from when they're researching orthopedic surgeons, and things like that. So my recommendation would be to create some surveys and get some feedback from both sides of the marketplace.
Now, I have a lot of connections on LinkedIn with practice managers for orthopedic practices. So what I could possibly do is reach out to them, a survey, and say I'm building this site and marketing this site, then maybe go back and sell them whatever they request.
Yeah, exactly. Sell them back. That's part of the product any product launch sequence is you basically ask people what problem they're having, and then you build the solution to provide them that product. What I would keep in mind when you are doing surveys is you want to make sure that you stay away from something called form fatigue. You don't want long-winded questions or too many questions, because they're just going to get tired and abandon the survey form. So keep your survey really concise. Make it meaningful for you, so the 4 or 5 or 10 questions that are answering will actually provide you with some insight, and make it very clear the questions that you're asking, not too confusing. So just keep your survey pretty concise.
Now, is there a place you recommend where I can create a survey? Is there a website?
Oh, there's tons of them. Just search for free survey. I know SurveyMonkey is one of the top ones.
Okay.
Yeah, SurveyMonkey's there. You can even create surveys with Google Forms, nice and simple. Here's 8 best survey tools, and they're all free. So
what I could do with these practice managers is gain their confidence by asking them to complete the survey and write. So my first step would be to write a great survey and ask them to complete the survey, and then review the results, and then maybe follow up and ask them questions about the results, and then like in a couple months, plan on maybe selling to them.
Now here's another thing I want to talk about: your industry. Orthopedic surgeons today, to me, that sounds like a magazine or a publication.
Right.
It has the word today in it.
Yeah, I was going to change the domain name, but I haven't come up with a new domain name yet. Maybe something just general, like orthopedic surgeons or.
But here's the thing: you could keep the directory aspect of your site, but maybe put more effort into the publication aspect. And I'm sure you can compare your site. There's other publications that are for the orthopedic surgeon community. You might want to spin your site to cater to as a publication for orthopedic surgeons. Then when you have the eyeballs of orthopedic surgeons and other professionals on that side of the marketplace, you might want to get ad sponsors and things like that to cater now that you have the eyeballs, because you do have a very strong domain here. Yeah, so that's another angle you could take.
Or what I could do too is I'll spin the directory on a directory site, and then maybe I get more orthopedic surgeons, reuse that domain name or recycle it and use it for, like you said, ads, a magazine or publication site.
Absolutely. So I think that you can, you're in the industry. It sounds like you're connected. So you can have multifaceted resources for the industry. You could have the directory, publications, and they all live under one ecosystem and all refer traffic to one another. So what I would recommend, though, is getting the feedback and seeing what other websites are doing that are catering to the orthopedic surgeon community at large, and see if you can pick up some ideas from them, and with some things you can execute on your own site.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Martin. Thanks for sharing your site with us. All right, good stuff there from Martin. He's been with us for a while. Always has really, really great questions. So thanks, Martin. All right, good stuff there. All right, let's see if anyone else has any questions there. Okay, we got AMS is the name. I don't know the actual name, but AMS, are you there with us?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Is that your name, AMS?
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one I'm here.
Okay, where are you calling from?
UK.
Okay, thanks for staying up late with us there.
Cool.
What's your question for us today?
Yeah, it's related to the email marketing because I'm receiving, for some of my members are receiving lots of requests at the minute. But because all of them are at the minute on a free a membership level. So what I'm trying to do is just like to sort of have a journey where when the member receive an email or a request, so for them to reply for it, they will have to upgrade to a paid member, or anything I can put in the journey of that member just to show them they have to upgrade to a paid membership level for them to have a full access of the message.
Gotcha. So you have free members. Website visitors are contacting them through their profiles. And what you want to do is they get a notification email, which they're getting right now, but you want them to upgrade to view the full message.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so there's two options for that. One is, and we can go back to it. So your goal is to monetize that, right? So what you could do is you could charge them for the lead, and that's a method for monetizing. You charge maybe $5 to get access to the contact information, or you can charge an exorbitant amount of money where they could pay like, who knows how much money, or they can just upgrade their plan to get free leads. So that's another way. If you want to deter them from buying individual leads one by one, you can just charge a very high number and encourage them to upgrade to receive free leads. Another thing you can do is you can just remove the ability for them to receive messages and really nail it home that the paid membership plans, they'll receive leads from their profiles and the free members don't. You can actually turn off the functionality for a specific membership level to receive leads. Let me just show you where that is. I'm not going to change anything on your site here, VJ, but let me just, as an example, you can go to a membership level, go to additional settings, AMS, and turn this hide send message links on listings. You want to hide it, you set that to yes. So then the send message links would not be there. And what you could do further, if you really wanted to take it to the next level, is you can choose what sidebar shows on the different membership profiles. So what you could do is create a profile page sidebar, which is just for the free members. And what you can do is, instead of the sign up form that's on the sidebar by general, in that sidebar, create a banner ad that says, this member's listing is not set up to receive messages. We're waiting for the member to upgrade, or this member must upgrade to receive messages. So almost, it's not shaming them, but it's really putting it out there that the free members can't receive messages and that they should upgrade to their membership level. So that's another alternative, but that will stop your site from getting leads because they're not filling out the form. So there are multiple methods here. You just have to, more important is you have to show them the incentive of upgrading, and that will encourage them to upgrade once they understand the full benefits.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking, because I was thinking of, it is still good to let them know that they are receiving message,
right?
But for them to start having interaction from them and then taking advantage of it,
right.
They have to upgrade. My idea was just like to have an annual plan where the member will just pay, for example, one fee, which is not something very expensive, because I'm still trying to monetize it. So the whole idea is just to start charging the member, even if it is not something very expensive, maybe let's say $100 for the whole year, just for them to start doing something, at least, start generating revenue.
Gotcha.
And saying that, it's an annual plan, and during that annual plan, you receive as much lead as possible.
Absolutely. So the biggest tip I can tell you is, if people are using your site, don't put up roadblocks. Encourage them to use your site. You can always, again, you're looking to monetize your site, but the most important thing you can do is show your members value, and they'll understand when it's time for them to pay up, that you need to stay in business as a company. and you can roll out new plans that are paid plans that offer better services from your website. So just keep in mind that the number one thing you want to do is encourage people to use your site, because there's obviously competitor sites out there that they could easily use instead of yours. So if they're on your site, if they're talking to you, if they're using it, they're getting leads, you don't want them to get leads, it doesn't matter. As long as they're using your product or service, that's the first step towards gaining loyal followers for the online community that you're creating. So good job that you're already in that phase, and just keep it going. Keep people interested in your site. So I think we'll stop there. We had a great webinar today. Just remember the 6 different ways you can generate revenue from your site. Let me backtrack here a bit. I want to give a big thank you, David, for presenting on the highlight member results, new add-on. I really encourage everyone to jump on this one. Also, Dennis, thanks for joining in on the webinar. It was great to always hear the tips by Dennis. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, please join our Facebook community. If you still have questions, feel free to start some discussions in there. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook, and we'll catch you in there. So on behalf of myself, David, Dennis, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, thank you for joining us. We'll catch you in 2 weeks in the next webinar. So make it a productive week, and chat with you soon. Bye-bye.